Guys, Eric here. Welcome back to another video. This is the first time I'm making one of these with the new model. I've been testing this one out with some streams, and I've actually been enjoying live streaming quite a bit, so I might be doing that a lot more often. Granted, if TV Asahi or any other Japanese companies, if they don't start trying to, fuck me in the butt, as I've learned the hard way, unfortunately. But anywho, let's talk about my experience going to AEW Beach Break, not live from Chicago, Illinois, despite the fact they want to promote it as quote-unquote Chicago. But in reality, it took place in Hoffman Estates, a suburb of the city, much like how when music events or wrestling shows, cough cough, WWE, want to head up to the Allstate Arena, all the way up there in Rosemont. It sounds a lot nicer saying that you're live in Chicago, and that's something that the Bears are looking to do in the near future too, with the new stadium plans they got. For somebody like me, it's a little bit of a journey up there, I'll say that. So before my friend and I decided to head out for the Dynamite taping, we had to make a little bit of a pit stop since it was, so close by. Well, not really, it was about a 20-minute difference, but we decided, you know what, fuck it, we ball. We hit up one of my favorite spots up north, Mitsuwa Marketplace, and I ended up picking up a copy of Zipper magazine, which again, I'm not really too big into fashion, but actually opening that magazine up, I actually ended up seeing a lot of pretty cool shit in there. And after years and years of searching, having never been able to find these ever since I was in Japan, and I've been fiending, itching at the chance to finally drink these again, I finally came across the melon cream soda. That drink is God's gift to humanity. It is so good. Legitimately, if you haven't tasted it yet, what are you doing, bro? Okay, even if you can't get access to it nearby, get the fuck on Amazon and fucking order a whole bunch of them Johns. But after our fun at Mitsuwa, we headed over to the Now Arena for Dynamite. The one thing that I love a lot about going to an AEW show is that they give you so much. Like, for this entire taping, not only did we get a Ring of Honor match, we got a Collision match before Dynamite even started. Then we got the entirety of Dynamite. Then afterwards, we got more Collision. Although we weren't able to stay for the whole show, because we did have to make the drive all the way back to the south side. TK came out and he announced a dark match after the Collision taping, and it would feature a bunch of CMLL talent. Like, that shit fucking rules. You get all this wrestling, and the tickets are so affordable. And I just wish they would come back to the Wintrust, since that one is so close. I know I have no room to complain, because in July, AEW is going to set up shop here in Chicago for 3 weeks straight at the Argonne Ballroom. And for people who aren't aware of that venue, it's beautiful. So I can only imagine what that's going to look like, on TV. My overall thoughts on Dynamite: really fun show. Love the opener between Ospreay, Hangman, Takeshita, and Josh Alexander. MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate has been one of the more entertaining things he's done in a while. MJF, for me personally, has these really good highs and then has some really bad lows as a character, and I feel like he's found himself in a pretty good sweet spot. He does a really good job at this dynamic, bouncing off more serious characters, like Bobby Lashley, like Shelton Benjamin, like MVP. The Samoa Joe, Jon Moxley cage match, it was alright. I was expecting John to retain, unfortunately, right? I wish the Death Riders angle was over and done with. It should have ended months ago. It wasn't working then, it's not working now. But the thing that left me scratching my head was the Gabe Kidd surprise. Because why is Gabe Kidd working for the Elite after how long has it been? A week and a half ago? He was literally facing the Young Bucks. And Gabe Kidd's entire character, he cuts the same promo after every show. Fuck AEW, fuck WWE, Shin-Nihon Ichiban, or whatever the fuck, right? But all of a sudden, he's working with the Elite now? To be honest, it kind of makes Gabe Kidd look like a giant fucking geek. And I've sang my praises about Gabe Kidd. I was working on a video, and I had said that Gabe Kidd, his whole shtick, being a Poro nerd, I thought it was Eddie Kingston, but better. But here, he just looks like a giant dork. Like, why after everything that the War Dogs was based upon, what Gabe Kidd's character is all about, why is he just turning his back on all of that? Like, how can you explain this without having to retcon some pretty big stuff going on? And apparently the reaction from the Japanese audience has been pretty similar, where they're not really liking the direction that this is going either. because they're starting to pick up that slowly but surely AEW is starting to poach their talent. And while you can argue the departures of Okada, Nakamura, Naito, it was all in their twilights. They've already had their peaks in that company, and now it was just a matter of coasting. But when you get guys like Will Ospreay and Gabe Kidd who are starting to enter their primes, it's kind of hard to start filling in that void, especially because New Japan felt like for a while they were setting up Gabe Kidd to be one of their top guys, being one of those top gaijins in the company. So I wonder what that means for the War Dogs and how that's going to tie in to everything going on in AEW. Like, why is Gabe Kidd working with the Elite? Why is he associating himself with the Death Riders? Like, what? It makes zero fucking sense. And the fact that they're going to drag this along until All In, because you still have Double or Nothing coming up. I don't know, man. But hey, at least I got to see Swerve jump off a cage. That was pretty fucking awesome.
Let's get some pussy tonight.